welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Doom. But anyways, welcome to Doom, the daddy of first-person shooters and the boomer shooter. Well, I already did some cringe anyways. You're probably asking, why did I not say the granddad of first-person shooters? Well, that one goes to the Wolfenstein games, which were made by the same people who made Doom, but they did Wolfenstein first. But anyways, the same people, before we get into the testosterone fest that is Doom, I must bring up what this video was supposed to be a Wharf Stash video. My second video on the channel is supposed to be a Wharf Stash video, because I find Wilford Wharf Stash to be fucking funny. A omnidimensional being that just does things because he can. But, But due to me being uncertain about the research, and I decided to shelf it for the time being. Because a lot of the concept, I watched some of the videos, and then I was uncertain about things. So I went to the Wiki Fandom, seeing if that has anything. And I had a lot of things that I didn't really understand, things that make no sense to me. So I felt so uncertain about the project, I just had to cancel it. Well, shelf it. I am so uncertain about the research. Anyways, with that out of the way, Doom. The first game was made in 1993, and the gameplay... And with it, the lore. But it was always second fiddle to the gameplay. I can't find where I read it, so keep that in mind. One of the people on the id team said that the lore story is... I can't say that yet, because we have to... Oh wait, I already swear. In under 3 minutes. Oh no. That means YouTube's gonna get angry, and a lot of people aren't gonna see this because I swear it in the first 3 minutes. Which is an actual fun fact. I'm fairly sure if you swear in the first 3 minutes, your video does kind of get shot down in the algorithm. It's happened to me before. Anyways, now that we're over the 5-minute mark, keep in mind, I don't remember where, but I know I read this somewhere. I was like, oh my god, that is so funny. Somebody in the id team said the lore or story of Doom is kind of the plot in a porn flick. Where's the script? There's the script. It's expected to be there, but it doesn't matter if it's not. But keep in mind, not fully sure where it came from. I just remember reading it. Anyways. With all that out of the way, let's talk a bit about the Doom lore. You are a Marine, one of Earth's toughest, hardened in combat, and trained for action, who has been sent to Mars as a punishment. Hold on. Been sent to Mars as a punishment for not committing war crimes of shooting unarmed civilians, and to make sure they weren't shot, you beat the shit out of your superior, and now you're on Mars in a UAC facility, which is doing most likely illegal experiments with Hell itself, which Hell is not alive in this universe. I realize both scripts I've made outside of the shelf one has something to do with Hell in some way. Anyways, they were using teleportation and some anomalies were happening, and even though there were signs to stop, they kept going. Suddenly, something goes wrong, and who could have guessed it? The creatures of Hell swarmed out of the teleportation gates on Deimos and Phobos, the moons of Mars. the moons. I need to take drink. Ah, water. Anyways, where was I? The guessing creatures came out of Deimos and Phobos, the two UAC facilities. They tried to defend themselves, but it didn't go well. The bases were quickly overran by demons. All were killed or turned into zombies, which fate's worse, becoming a demon battery, a demon, or a straight up fucking zombie. You choose which one's worse. Personally, I'd rather become a battery. Because at least then... That actually brings up a question, because... Hell energy, in some way, is linked to using souls. So, are you conscious as you become a demon battery? That's a great question. I hope that leaves some of you with nightmares tonight. Anyways. So, the Doom guy, at the time, his squad went ahead of him after he realized that he is the only one left. He leaves it to go and investigate. Well, he rips and tears his way through the facility, getting weapons, the pistol, shotgun, plasma rifle. I don't know if there's an assault rifle in the first game. I played quite a bit, haven't found it. The chain gun, the rocket launcher. Second game, you just get a fucking straight up double barrel, which is awesome because double barrel is double barrel. Do I need to elaborate why double barrels are cool? No, I don't. Anyways. But you end up getting bigger and bigger and better ones as you fight your way through the moons and into hell. Fight your way through both moons into hell before closing the gate and going home. The CL overran Earth, and over the billions dead, two demons made the worst mistake they could ever make. Because they just so happened to touch the one house the Doomslayer had affiliations with. Oh, and what do? They made the worst decisions, the worst mistake they could ever do. They killed his rabbit Daisy. Oh, and his family, but he was obviously more sad over his rabbit. So, yeah. Two demons went gone. And created the strongest character in fiction. Fight me. You know, the Doomslayer is the strongest character in fiction. Throw him at Warhammer and he'd kill everyone in that universe. Easily. One-handed. To be fair, guns do make him weaker canonically. He could rip them apart with his bare hands. He just uses guns because he likes guns. Anyways. And because of the death of his rabbit, he swore to take down hell. And he took one of the legs of the rabbit and used that as a little keepsake to show, hey, you killed this rabbit, your life is now mine. And, well, he killed hundreds of demons and went back to hell and made sure they didn't come back. Years later, while he was on vacation, he was called back out of his entire retirement and did what he's known for, killing demons. And he did what he is known for, killing demons and all who should stand in the way. Oh, I must mention this real quick. You guys probably noticed there's only Doom 1 gameplay currently, and you guys are like, oh, Doom 1, oh yeah, you're talking about early Doom lore. There will be no Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal gameplay because, one, I like having space on my computer. And two, I like it when I play my Doom game and it goes from 30 FPS, because my computer is a potato, to 5 FPS. I don't really enjoy trying to play through the game at 5 FPS. So, make do with Doom 1 gameplay and maybe Doom 2 if this audio recording reaches over 40 minutes, because I could not be bothered to play Doom 2. I don't want to play Doom 2. Okay? Sure, I like Doom 2. I just really don't want to play Doom 2. And we're not going to talk about Doom 3 because it's Doom 3. No one likes Doom 3. Unless you like horror games, horror FPS, then yeah, you'll like Doom 3. But you just like it because of the genre it's in, because let's be fair, the only good thing about Doom 3 is the fact that it has horror. Anyways, that tangent out of the way. Back to the script. Ow, my... Ow. Oh, I cramped my... Oh, my hand. I, cramped it. Ow. I'm holding a phone. I'll get my hand cramped. Anyways. Take out more demons. And he did what he's done for, killing all who stands in his way. This time he killed the mother of all demons and decided to make sure Earth would never be touched again. So he closed the portal with him in it. Years later, many years later, the mother's sister, Resurrector, fucking hell, wanted vengeance and teleported him to Earth, kill him there for some fucking reason. But he fought his way to hell again, defeated her there, once more chose to remain in hell, fend off demons. Many years later, which, how hell works, days, weeks, that made his way to... Okay, so hell works differently from normal time. What could be days, weeks, months here, what days, weeks, months there could be like eons, hundreds of thousands of billions of years could happen here, while the Doomslayer ages like fucking 4 years. Or, for all we know, from the time of Doom 2 to Doom 2016, what could have been like a year in hell could have been like eons on Earth. Or vice versa, what could have been eons there, which is like years on Earth. We don't know. But anyways. Okay, here we are back on the script. On Earth. But at some point, he made his way to Argent Dinner after ending up in a different dimension entirely. After his stay in hell, he was captured because they found someone covered in blood, mumbling schizophrenically, rip and tear, and incoherently yelling about demons. So, what do? They let him fight to the death in an arena, and even though he was near death, he beat the shit out of them. And keep in mind, he is supposed to be a normal guy during this point. Plus, the Argent people are stronger than baseline humans anyways. After that, the con maker herself decides to talk to him, even though she didn't completely understand English. She heard of another universe, which the con maker is a part of a religion that follows the teachings of the Father, which their god is the Father, which was not the original god. He was Daboth. He created the con makers to help him research immortality. But they began to grow worried about him and took his soul orb and stuck it in the middle of buttfuck nowhere so nobody could touch it. And the Father stole quite a bit of Daboth's power, so the Father became like a god. Erg. Where was I? Okay, so sticking him somewhere very hard to get, which the father, who was close, I think, to Daboth before taking his power, Daboth infected his world and corrupting it, and corrupted it, which is why hell is hell. It is because over the years his hatred grew and grew and grew, and it slowly corrupted his original world. And that's how demons were created. When Satan really hates everything, a little demon is born. The miracle of life. Demon edition. What the fuck am I saying? Focus to the script. Don't fucking say random shit. So, Argent and Ur got, overran with demons, and the Doom Marine was turned into the Doom Slayer, and fight his best, and did his best to keep Hell from taking over the new world. He, at one point, took down a fucking Titan, while still being a normal human. Massive fucking beast taken down by a rando. But someone known as the Seraphim offered a way to make the Doomslayer way stronger, faster, and even harder to kill. And not to mention, every kill lets him gain more and more power. So he was put through the Divinity Machine, making the Doomslayer into Doom God. You heard me right. The Doomslayer is a god, essentially. Literally being imbued by God himself. Why is it every time I talk about a fucking intellectual property, there's some fucking god that decided to exist and be a flawed character? It happened in Ultra Kill. It happened with Doom. Why the fuck is this a consistent thing? Don't worry, tomorrow I will assure you the next video has nothing to do with the God, but there will be mention of normal people playing God. I like saying God because I think it's funny. I don't know, I seen it in funny animation. You know the Jesus something about the final dinner. There's like a meme animation that everybody puts Ultra Kill audio over. Not the one where like the FBI breaks into like his house. The one before that one where he's like, I have a son of God. I just remember that so vividly, and I find it such a funny way to pronounce that. Anyways, me incoherently rambling aside, which his strength and speed even faster than his brothers in arms. He took down the Titan using his crucible, locking it in place forever and ever. Due to his strength, they were able to go deeper into Hell and push him back. At some point, the Con Maker was corrupted by Hell, because Hell is whispering, hey, I can offer you infinite power. All you have to do is help me get rid of this, the dude, the angry dude. You give us stuff, we give you power. And the Con Maker, practically being a god in her own sense, said, yes. I will never understand. It's like, why? But no, the deal is essentially, you don't come to the home world of the Can Makers. You just like, you have our dinner? Yes. And Hell was like, fine. That's essentially what the deal was. they were able to get deeper into hell, pushing back at some point, become Maker's corrupted by hell, and started working on factories to collect soul essence. The Slayer did not care about the politics of the Sentinel and the Maker people, because he was like, politics, lame. Killing shit, now that's cool. The Doomslayer in a nutshell. Your topics disgust me. Killing, on the other hand, now that's fun. Anyways. Sentinel and the Makers, as he was, too focused on destroying the demons and hell. And didn't know the Maker was harvesting Argent energy from mortal Makers. Was harvesting the Argent energy from the mortal soul at the cost of working with the demons. After the truth of the Maker's betrayal was revealed, the Slayer remained loyal to the Sentinels and opposed to the Khan Maker. Unless a civil war ensued. After years of fighting a civil war against both demons and loyalist side with Maker, they were on a probably losing battle. An opportunity to end the war was supposedly discovered. The Doomslayer, accompanied by some Sentinels into hell for a final victory against the demons and getting more kills. However, they realized way too late the priests have also betrayed them. And the Khan Maker. The Slayer and the Night Sentinels were left standing in hell. An effortlessly battle fought the infinite demon hordes. One by one, the Night Sentinels were killed. But the Doomslayer and Balin, the waiter, whom will become very important later. Whom would make a deal in exchange for Sun's resurrection when Argentina fell. Valiant, now known as the Betrayer, chose to stay in hell for the remainder of his days and, excelling him, Exile! God, can I speak? I can't speak sometimes because I have a mild speech impediment. That's true. Sometimes I just can't speak because my tongue's just like, you know what? Like speaking? No. And then my words will just not work. My words will not word. And I get annoyed because I am reading a script in the middle of a video and my voice decides to no longer work. I take a sip of water and continue reading. Anyways, and self-exiled because, he opened the gates so the demons could get in exchange his son would be resurrected at some point. Well, he exiled himself. Because of that, the Doomslayer, on the other hand, went on an endless killing spree as he continued. They began to fear him more and more, or as his killing spree continued. At some point, they sent the biggest, toughest, deadliest Titan that was supposed to save hell for the Doomslayer to laugh in that thing's fucking face and then kick its ass and grind it into a fucking pulp. Doomslayer does not think you're funny, and he made sure you knew it because you are no longer here. Anyways, at an unknown point, they managed to trick him into a temple before incapacitating him and sealing him inside of a coffin instead of, killing him and getting rid of the biggest problem hell has ever experienced in the history of forever. But no, they're like, yes, I have the thing that has caused us millions of deaths, the death of the mother of all demons herself, the icon of sin, which happened in Doom 2, I think, and I'm And I wrote this script before realizing that Icon of Sin was in Doom 2 as well. And I don't feel like rewriting this long script to include that, and I'd have to mention it later in the video. So yeah, after defeating the Icon of Sin, the Resurrector, and various other things, just fucking seal him in a coffin. Or sarcophagus, whichever way you want to fucking say it. I don't care, because this script. Oh man, this script. I had not a lot fun writing this script. I enjoy making these videos with God. I don't like things sometimes. It's like this. There's so much with Doom 2 and Doom 1, and it's never explained in wikis, and then when I played it, I completely forgot the Icon of Sin existed in the second game. And I'm like, oh wait, was he? But now I don't know, and I don't know if I can trust my mind. I not like Doom 2. It makes me question everything I've ever done, because I don't know if I'm right that the Icon of Sin was in Doom 2. And replaying the game would take hours, and I would have to delay the video more. I don't like Doom 2. Just because of the amount of pain it caused me while writing the script, because I don't know if he is, but I think he is, but I've seen videos where he is, but what if that's a mod? I don't know, I'm losing my mind when it comes to Doom 2. I hate Doom 2 for no reason other than it has brought me so much pain while writing the script, because I don't know if I'm losing my mind. So if you ever want to know why I dislike Doom 2, that's why. Because I don't like it. Nobody mentions, I don't know, I might be wrong, the Icon of Sin might have never been in Doom 2. But I don't know, because I don't want to replay it, but it might be a mod, so give me a break. Ugh. Anyways. Where was I? Temple, before being castrated in a coffin. There we are. Instead of, killing him. Sometime later, the UAC began to test stuff again to solve the energy crisis on Earth. And when they got back to Mars, and go to hell while using portal tech, and they found a Doomslayer. And at some point, Samuel Hayden, a cyborg guy, which has a very interesting reveal later on that was not teased, that fell out of fucking nowhere, that I find so fucking funny, and it continues to prove that Doom Lore was just made when they had 4 people in a room and they said what would be fucking cool and what twists would be funny. I genuinely believe they had just like 5 people in a room and were like, what would be the funniest reveal we could fucking do? Remember Samuel Hayden? I got a plan. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, Samuel Hayden, the cyborg guy, had an assistant called Olivia Pierce. She got corrupted and planned to let hell loose. To which Doom 26 begins. By the way, don't have 2016 or internal, because I don't have enough space for them. And my computer had trouble recording them, as I'd go from, on Doom 2016, 60 FPS to like 10. And I'd go from 30 FPS, if I was lucky, on internal to like 5. OBS, why must you take all my space, all my storage, all my RAM? I need RAM to run game. Why must you take so much from me? Anyways. No. So, yeah. Enjoy the whichever Doom game I decide to put there. Anyways, 2016, while the Doomslayer wakes up in the sarcophagus, two demons are about to eat him, two zombies. He crushes one's skulls and shoots one with a pistol. My favorite. He then gets his suit, and Hayden says a few words, I think. And we go ripping and tearing until it's done. He eventually gets to the resource operation and repairs satellite dish in order to get a complete picture of how fucked we are. Then, Hayden's like, no, you don't get this information. And asks Vega to guide him. By the way, Vega, so I was reading a couple things here. Okay, so, while I was on the Wiki Fandom, I played and beat Doom Eternal at one point. Okay? And it mentioned something about Vega that made me rewatch the final cutscene, and it makes sense. And the reveal with Vega, keep in mind, I don't know if it's real, because it might have just been someone fucking with the Wiki Fandom page, and I don't have the ability to fact check them, because I cannot play the entire game a fucking again, because I don't have enough storage, and my god, beating Doom Eternal is not fun in one sitting. And my Xbox does not want to work, and I don't want to force my Xbox to work. But yeah, Vega has a big reveal later on I'm not fully sure about it. I am just saying, makes sense to me. I watched the cutscene, and it confused me when I was playing the game the first time. Just keep that in mind. Anyways. And how fucked they are and how much fun the Doomslayer will have. Vega terminal guides him to Vega's terminal in order to give the Slayer an origin cell to improve his suit. To improve his suit, which, he doesn't need, let's be fair. He's just that much of a Chad. He needs no upgrades. He only takes them to make the puny mortal known as Hayden feel better about himself. We all know that's the truth. Anyways, he heads to the factory, stops a meltdown, because you don't want the fucking facility going up in explosion, and activates the terminal to get onto the Argent Tower itself, which Hayden is like, okay, you need the tools to do this and that, and the Slayer's like, you know what, fuck you, and smashes it open. And the Slayer smashes the filters, channeling the Argent energy to stop Pierce from opening a Hell portal. Because Hell energy is not controllable, the Slayer knows this best. Finally, and Hayden's like, why the fuck? We have problems on Earth, dude! We need that energy. The Slayer's like, no. Blows up the cell. And Hayden's like, dude, no. Please. We need that to solve the crisis on Earth. Anyways. Pierce. He finally reaches the top of the tower and meeting Pierce in person. She uses an Argent accumulator to break open a rift into Hell, and warping the Slayer into Hell, a place he knows really well. He rips to tell his way to where his sarcophagus was in order to use a portal they forgot to bring back because they're fucking lazy or some shit, so he can get out of Hell to stop the invasion. Upon returning to Merch, he finds the UAC facility being even more overrun than it already was, with demons as the demonic portals that randomly pop up allow them easy access to the Red Planet. He finally meets Hayden face to face, or face to robot face, when Hayden instructs, tells him where a Helix Stone is and to locate the well, because the Helix Stone knows how, or and to stop the never-ending shitstorm that is hell. And Hayden gives the Slayer a thing, so when or if he gets stuck in hell, Hayden can bring him back to Mars. The Slayer goes to the Advanced Research Complex and retrieves the big fucking gun 9000, or the BFG if you don't like the cuss word. I don't know, I am losing my mind while reading this script. Okay, back to recording. I took a break because I don't know, I was just losing my mind a little. Going a little crazy. Anyways, before he proceeds into the art of the cult activity on Mars, he proceeds to the Lazarus Labs and fights the Cyber Demon, uses the thing's heart to get back into hell, then he fought the fucking thing again. Through the Titan Realm, the place that has a lot of his favorite kills. He then fought his way until he obtained the demonic crucible after defeating the Guardians. He received the crucible, and no, not the Guardians from Halo. Unfortunately, no. But we will talk about Halo soon. I can't wait. I love Halo. So I get to talk about something I know a lot about. Anyways. After receiving the crucible, he is greeted by the ghost of the people he fought with. Before any exchanges can happen, he's teleported back to Mars, specifically to Vega's primary facility, in order to keep the portal system open, putting a portal to the well before overloading Vega's core. However, the Slayer pauses and, puts Vega on a thumb disk because Chad's recognized Chad and he knew that Vega was a certified Chad and saved him from death. Vega, Pete. Anyways, because the Slayer will never leave a Chad behind. Anyways, finally at the well, the Slayer rips and tears his way through the Wraith's bodies and uses his crucible to absorb their energy to cut off the flow to the portal. Once the final Wraith has been Slayer is greeted by Sephiroth Sentinels, who guards around the pit to the final battle, where he meets his peers Bloody and in shock that she was betrayed by demonic masters. Huh. Come on. Oh, demons betrayed you. Huh. It's almost like that happens every time. Huh? Isn't that what happens every single fucking time? Huh? I'm so shocked. No, let me put down my phone for a minute. Oh, I'm so shocked that demons betrayed me. Oh, I could have never have seen that happen. Whoa! It's almost like that's what they're known for. I will never understand that ever. It's like, oh my god, the demons betrayed you. Who could have fucking predicted that? It's almost like that's what they're known for. It always hurts my brain when they're like, oh my god, I got betrayed. Who would have thunk it? I did, after playing the first mission. Okay, another drink of water so my throat doesn't die while speaking at a slightly elevated volume. Yeah. Water and guacamole gamer farts are the only things keeping my throat from death. Anyways, the same masters then... Oh god, please, no, stop it. Stop. Okay. Sorry, it made me start editing these things. Trying to find it. Oh, that's the icon of Sim. We went a little too far. Okay, here we are, hold on. There we are! The same Masters then hit her with a Crimson Lightning Bolt. That turned her into the Spider Mastermind. Which, me playing the game for the first time went, oh. So, how quickly could I beat and I beat it first try? Just anytime I got a BFG round, I'd shove the fucking gun down the proverbial throat of the Spider Mastermind before pulling the trigger. Before the Doomslayer does that as the finishing part of the game. Lo, it is ultimately killed by the Slayer. The chunks of brain that you blew out eventually becomes millions and millions and millions of other Spider Masterminds. So just enjoy that knowledge. All the little brains you find in Doom Eternal are just Olivia Pierce's chunks of brain. I was talking to a friend once, and I brought that up, and my friend, a bit of a nerd when it comes to brain stuff, he was like, oh, so one of those brains could be extremely horny, but just shoots people. And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Ugh, man. You know, having friends is weird. They'll talk about some weird things when you bring up, like, Doom. How somebody said that some random fucking character from, like, Warhammer could easily one-shot the Doomslayer. I was like, no. Anyways. Whoa! Fuck, I lost my pace. I'm having so much fun. How did I get back up here? Where? After that, Hayden pulls the Slayer back to Mars, keeping him trapped as he takes the Crucible, saying he would use it to continue production of Argent Energy for humanity's benefit, knowing the Slayer would probably stop that. Hayden teleports Slayer away to the Doom Castle. The thing in Doom Eternal, because of said Crucible being powered by Earth, the demonic incursion broke out all across Earth, all while the Doomslayer worked on upgrading his armor till he randomly appeared near Earth. With help from Vega, he fought his way, killed one of the Hell Priests, and threw a weird coin thing on them. Before ripping and tearing his way, till he got back to the Temple of Doom, Godmaker interfered before he could kill the other two somewhere else, and failing to convince the Slayer to give up on his mission. It's like telling Pitbull not to bite the skull of the small child. You can try, but the Pitbull's going to get that poor toddler's skull. Anyways. So trying to find where I was. To the Hell Priest's away, and failing to convince the Slayer to give up on his mission. The Slayer traveled to the Sentinel world to retrieve the Celestial Locator, a giant that will allow him to find the remaining Hell Priest like a hyper-advanced tracker. He sees the ghost of King Novak, who tells the Slayer to give up on his crusade against Alan the Maker, claiming Earth is no longer his to save. The Slayer ignores that shit and then goes to hell to find the battery, the super advanced double A's for the Celestial Locator. From the Betrayer, who asks the Doomslayer to kill his son, that has become the icon of sin or will, with a dagger to carry out the thing, because the blade has some significance to them, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember the game well. Was the Celestial Locator, or Hyper Advanced GPS. The Slayer tracks down the second Hell Priest in the former UAC Arctic facility, defeating the Doom Hunter, which the Doomslayer drove into extinction the first time, and then decapitating the helpless Hell Priest, which he tried to convince the Doomslayer not to do that with promises of power. It's like promising fucking... It's like promising a dog food. You know you're going to give it food anyways. You're just promising to give it what you already gave it, I guess. Forget this analogy. I'm just fucking dumb. Might how good with words. I'm good with guns. Anyways, with the celestial locator, second priest, drove in extinction. Anyways, with the Doomblade, his actions caused the God Maker to move the other one to Sentinel Prime. Following Vega's suggestion, the Slayer embarks on finding Samuel Hayden. Then for Hayden to tell him how to get to Maker Prime or whatever. Traveling the Ark Complex, the Slayer roughly retrieves Hayden's damaged body. Recovering the Crucible, and with Hayden had anticipated his return to the Ark Caretaker to give the blade to the Slayer while retrieving a corrupted Night Sentinel known as a Marauder approaches him decks. Slayer only to meet an end quickly after. But we have to deal with these a lot later, and so many more. Makes me hate the game a little. Upon uploading Hayden's mind into the Fortress of Doom, the Slayer learns the location of the last Hell Priest. The only access to Sentinel Prime is through the portal, is in Mars' score, which gives the Slayer a funny little goofy plan. And you could say the Slayer traveled to the UAC facility of Phobos. Remember Phobos? Man. The dude at id Software thought of that had a good idea. Anyways, he uses the massive BFG 10,000 to blast a hole into Mars. He was the ammo that went through Mars. Hello, after arriving in Sentinel Prime. Oh god. The Slayer fought and killed the Gladiator and killed the last Hell Priest by blowing up his head with a super shotgun. But death on sacred ground and other shit, he was excommunicated from the Night Sentinels, which makes some fucking sense. Like, yes, help your enemy. That will forever not make sense. Yes, help the enemy. So smart. Anyways, and the Hell Priest ended oh god, and then the Slayer ended the last Hell Priest. The Slayer was temporarily trapped in the fortress by a God Maker remotely shut down. And in a desperate attempt to keep the Slayer from continuing its devastation for people. And plans like a comical villain, revealing her intentions to awaken the Icon of Sin like a fucking idiot. Why tell the Slayer? Of all people, for fuck's sake! You had it coming. You fucked up your own plan. You deserved your plan to get fucked up if you're going to tell the fucking Slayer. Anyways, the Slayer fixes the power of the fortress by using the demonic Crucible, traveling to Argentina to pick up his Crucible that is currently lodged straight in the forehead of the fucking Dreadnought. As the Crucible Bay keeps the Dreadnought from returning life, the Slayer just took the Crucible and forged a new blade, which is so fucking metal, dude. It's so fucking metal. That's the only way I can describe Doom. M-E-T-A-L. Fucking metal. I don't even care if I misspelt it. I was too tired to care then. And I'm already near done with everything as is. I don't want to do it again. Anyways, Hayden told the Doomslayer where to go. The Slayer fought his way to the roof of I fucked that up 8 ways to Sunday. And using the portal to travel to the Maker realm, where the God Maker prepared to awaken the icons. And he interrupts the ritual by keeping a promise he made to the betrayer by stabbing the dagger into the icon's heart. This destroys the heart and frees the icon's sin for Maker control, which probably would have happened at some point later. But anyways, and causing the massive demon to destroy the dimensional barrier between Urdak and Hell, thus allowing the demons to break their deal with the Maker and invade our world. The Slayer fought and killed an enraged Maker before returning to Earth to confront the icon. Forcefully big on Urdak in order to open a portal to Earth. Following the intensive battle, the Slayer kills the icon by stabbing the crucible in his head. With the icon dead, along with the Hell Priest, and the God Maker, demons were, for the time, defeated, but there were bigger fish to fry. Remember Daboth? And how he got betrayed and fucked over by, got betrayed and then fucked over, God himself? Well, he became Satan after being betrayed, but, yeah. He's gonna fry that fish. Oh God, we're on the final stretch. We're on the final stretch of the script. Oh, okay. Quick intermission. Let me take a drink of water, otherwise my throat will dry to death. Quick intermission. We're so close to the end of the script. So close. So close. I'm kind of excited because this, anytime I read a script and I get close to the end, I get really excited because I'm like, fuck yeah, we're almost done. And then I get to upload it, and then, my quality manager, which is my friend, screen name sanity error, then tells me, is it good or are you talking nonsense? So yeah, quick intermission here. I'm just excited, Oh, we're almost over, guys. Come on, stick with me through the final half. We can do this. Because I'm making this video the way I would have liked Doom lore to be explained to me. Because if this is the video I want to get into Doom lore, I would have been like, oh. I understand everything now. Because I like my lore videos to have a little humor here and there. Anyways, despite having both the icon of sin and halting hell invading Earth, the Doomslayer's victory did not come without, the death of the God Maker and Hell's consequences have given the demons a chance to dominate all other dimensions and reunite their invasion of Earth. To prevent this, the Doomslayer, along with Samuel Hayden and Arc Scientist, for now, embark on a mission to find and liberate the Slayer's ally. The person who made him into the Doom God? The Seraphim, which I just realized I didn't say the name of the thing when I first. Okay. By the sea on the Ark carrier towards the Ark UAC Electric Facility. The Slayer fights his way to the Seraphim containment pod, which turns out the Seraphim is Hayden after returning the Ark carrier. The Seraphim tells the Slayer to retrieve the Father's Life Sphere from the Blood Swamp, which is a fucking epic name for a band. Anyways, I retrieve the Father's Life Sphere, and he does what he does best. Just destroy the fucking spear, then hand it to the destroy the sphere, and then hand it to the Seraphim, and instead of retrieving the Dark Lord's Life Sphere, before returning the Ark carrier, despite most of, the carrier's crew evacuating upon seeing the Dark Lord's Light Spear, a lone intern, a unpaid fucking intern, watched a god walk into his fucking job holding Satan's soul and said, "Fuck yeah, I will work for you. This is fucking cool." I fucking love the interns. Which the intern is just the best part of the fucking game. Upon reaching the corrupted Urdak, the Doomslayer fights his way to the Resurrection Chamber, where anybody who has a life sphere may activate it. However, is confronted by the Seraphim, getting corrupted by demon energy. Soon, by demonic corruption, the Seraphim is transformed into a demon. After a battle, he is put down by the Slayer, but by the Slayer and is teleported away. The father, despite wanted that bring the Dark Lord into physical form, irreversibly the Doomslayer proceeds to summon him. It turns out that the Slayer and the Dark Lord are practically the fucking same. One destroys demons, the other one destroys universes. To be fair, they could both probably destroy universes. They look exactly the fucking same. Which is a funny joke. When I played the game with my brother, he asked, "Hey, your game's glitching. Why is there two Doomslayers?" I was like, "Oh, that's Satan and the other one's the Doomslayer." And my brother was like, "Oh, that's fucking cheap." I was like, "Yeah, id Software wanted to save on some cash." Okay, joking aside, the Slayer fires his shot at the Dark Lord, but then Satan's like, "No, you can't spill blood in the Resurrection Chamber," and challenges the Doomslayer to ritual combat in the capital city, Hell. That is so fucking cool, dude. The Dark Lord leaves and the Slayer is transported to Argent D'Nur, where he kicks ass, rips them up, and tears them to shreds. He then lights the torches at King's telling the inhabitants of Argent D'Nur who remains that he seeks Wraith Crystals to power the Greats of Devum. That's not how you say it, I just like calling it Devum. I just think it's funny. Which will get him to where he needs. Then he travels on a fucking dragon to the World Sphere, which is so fucking cool. How to describe Doom in 2 words? Fucking cool. How to describe it in 1 word? Metal. I fucking love this game, dude. It is so fucking over the top, bombastic, dumb assery that is just so fun to watch. Anyways, where he meets a hologram of Valen, who gives the Slayer a blue Sentinel hammer. The Slayer discovers the World Spear is not a crystal, but a colony ship holding thousands of wraiths. He takes the Wraith Crystal and heads back to the reclaimed Earth, whose invasion had stopped into the death of the Icon of Sin. On his way through the demons, he arrives at the gate at Devum. Activates it, travels to where the Dark Lord is. The Slayer makes his way past the demons outside the gate, and a ton of people come to his side like some fucking in-game shit. And through the non-demonic people inside, he goes to one final portal where he meets the Dark Lord. He and the Slayer fight, and it turns out the Father was not the creator, the Dark Lord was, where the Father gives the Maker of the Realms. Vega apparently is the fucking Father! Apparently, according to the wiki, and when I rewatched the cutscene, I was like, how is the Father talking to... Wait a minute. Vega... Oh my god, is Vega the fucking Father? If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. I find that so fucking funny. that there were probably 3 people in their room, and they were like, okay, so the Seraphim thing, kind of fucking hype. What can we do to be even more weirder fucking twist? Make Vega the father, and they were like, fuck yeah! Anyways. And he confirms all this to be true. Daboth is defeated and asks the Slayer if he has any words to respond. And he says, the best one-liner in history. No. After the Dark Lord dies, all the demons outside of Hell disappear. Doomslayer falls unconscious due to his connection to Daboth through the divinity machine, which powered with a piece of Daboth. You know, having a little Dark Lord inside you. Ha 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 ha. He is put into the sarcophagus by some makers until he is needed again. And that's the Doomlord! Lord knows this can become outdated the second Dark Ages comes out, which I'm really fucking hyped for. But with all this out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, share, all that junk. It helps with the channel, and it helps out a small creator. It helps me find people who want to see, videos like this. Anyways, check out my last video if you like watching things rip and tear into the heart of hell. And with this one out of the way, catch you guys on the flip side. Lore Maker signing off. God, that's so fucking cringe.